In this video, I'm going to show you how you can do a mirror stamp of an existing stamp that you have. The lady on the bottom is the original stamp, and the lady on the top is the mirror stamping of this original stamp. So let's begin. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a mirror stamp of a stamp that you have using a stamping platform. In this case, I'm going to use my Stampin' Up! Stamparatus stamping platform, but this will also work with the MISTI or the Tim Holtz or any other stamping platform you may have. The first step you're going to do is you're going to put your scene down that you're wanting to stamp. Then you're going to take a thick piece of plastic. This can be the packaging from whatever stamp you're using or whatever you have handy, but it should be clear so that you can see through it. And then you just lay this over your scene. In this case, I'm using one of my MISTI Creative Corners so that I can offset the page a bit. Then you're going to take the stamp that you're going to want to mirror. In this case, it's a rubber stamp, but you can do the same thing with a photopolymer stamp. You just want to make sure that if you need to, you're putting in however many layers of foam that you need so that you can stamp the image onto your whatever mirror stamp you're going to use. And so once you have that placed, now you can use a mirror stamp that's made specifically for mirror stamping. This is my Paper Smooches set of stamps. The problem with these is that they tend to be really, really sticky, and the paper that I'm stamping on here is a glossy cardstock, a coated cardstock, and these stamps stick like glue to that. And so I wanted to find something that had a little less stick. So I'm going to use one of my Hampton Art stamps. You want to look for a stamp that is large enough to cover the stamp that you want to mirror and has a lot of detail in it. And so I'm going to pick this particular one right here. And so you have your other photopolymer stamp. You normally would stamp on this side, but in this case, I want to use the rear side as a mirror stamp. So you put this with the flat side up on the stamping plate of your platform. Make sure it's going to cover your stamp that you want to mirror. And you want to make sure the back is really clean. So just with a baby wipe or a clean stamp chamois, just wipe it off and make sure it's clean. Now you have your stamp here located on your little plastic plate. You can remove the paper that you are eventually going to stamp on if you want to. Then we're going to stamp up this stamp. We're going to put it in the corner of our platform, and then we're going to stamp the image onto the back of the stamp we're using as our mirror stamp. And then I'm going to just stamp it up again. And put it back in the corner, and then stamp on the back of the one that we're going to use. Now I've transferred the image to the back of this stamp here, so I can remove my sheet. And in this case, since this is just a photopolymer stamp, I need to put my foam sheet in. I'll put in the page that I want to stamp on. I will remove my MISTI Creative Corner, being careful that I don't move the page that I want to stamp. And then I just transfer the image to the paper. Giving it enough time for the ink to transfer. And then I'm slowly going to lift it up, and it's going to stick onto the glossy paper. So I'm going to very carefully remove the stamp. from the glossy paper. And then now we have our mirror stamp. If you want it darker, it's very important you clean off the back of your mirror stamp. We'll put our Misty Creative corner in. We have not moved the original stamp. We will ink it up again. And we will stamp it onto our mirror stamp. Ink it up again. Stamp it onto our mirror stamp. And now we'll put our regular paper back in. Same way we did before. And then we'll just bring it down, giving it time for the ink to transfer. And very carefully lift the stamp. And here you have your mirror stamp. And to compare that with the normal stamp, we'll just put her on here like normal and remove the pad. Ink her up. And so here you can see we have the mirror image of Our Lady. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.